Hey, this is Mike. I just wanted to send you a short video on our new classroom routine. But first, I just wanted to remind you of what our vision is for this year, which is to honor Jesus by making our Special Friends Life Group the best 60 minutes of a child's week. So let's talk quickly about the classroom routine. So how do we structure our classroom in a way that makes it the best 60 minutes of a child's week? Well, we do that by dividing our 60 minutes into 3 separate time frames: fun, faith, and friendship. And if you're the life group leader for a particular Sunday, this is the card that you'll receive that will help you to remember and to look at and to be responsible for the flow of these sections from one to the other. So let's take a quick look at each section so we can talk about what happens in each one. Hey, what child doesn't like to have fun, right? It's important that as soon as kids get into the classroom that they know that they're going to have a good time, that they're going to have fun. And so we need to allow them to engage in a preferred activity that they enjoy with us so that we can have fun together, and it sets a good tone for the first 15 minutes of our life group, and also makes for an easier transition for the kids to come in and also for the parents to get to the worship service. So the first 15 minutes is just allowing kids to go to their preferred part of the classroom and engage in a preferred activity. After that 15 minutes of fun, life group leader, you want to start to transition kids to the faith component of our classroom time. And you'll start by doing that with a prayer circle. At the 15-minute point, 16-minute point, it'll be important to let kids know that they need to gather together on the carpet for a prayer circle. You could be sitting, you could be standing, it doesn't really matter, but you want to have a short time of prayer, probably 60 to 90 seconds. Longer if you can, it depends on the kids that we have there, but shorter as a rule of thumb would probably be better than longer. That will signal the transition into the faith component of the life group. From that portion, kids will move over to the table to continue growing in their faith and knowledge and love of Jesus through a variety of activities that you'll have available. One, of course, will be the video component of the Bible lesson. We always have after that some activity pages, a variety of activity pages that are related to that lesson that you can have kids engage in. We have easier lesson pages and harder lesson pages depending on the individual child. Also, there will be a Bible craft available that you could do. This is also a good time for snacks, popcorn, pudding, whatever it may be. If you have kids who are hungry, some kids, of course, will be there initially because they get to have food at the table, but after that you can segue into these other things. And that also provides for some nice fellowship time. And then also the scripture memory. We have scripture memory Legos, we have a scripture memory board, a variety of ways to teach our scripture memory verse for the month. And so at that table in this 20 minutes of faith time, you have a variety of activities that you can do. Now, you can try to do all of these, you can try to do some of these. Again, I think what we're able to accomplish is dependent on the specific kids that we have for that particular Sunday. But you do have a wide variety of faith activities available for you for this portion of the life group. So we started out with fun, and then we went to faith, and we're going to end on friendship, which is just really a combination of fun and relationship building, which is why we allot a lot more time to be able to do that. And again, you know, our room has a variety of activities that kids can go to engage in preferred activities that you can join in with them on to continue to build friendships and strengthen relationships. This friendship time is also a good time for music and movement, worship. If you can play a guitar or beat on the bongos, we have a variety of instruments, maracas, that you can use to engage kids in worship and music and movement. Or we have our CD with our CD tracks in there that you can use that too. This is also a great time to take some or all of the kids over to the sensory room to engage in fun activities there and continue to build relationships and strengthen friendships, right? That's what we're about, is relationships. And don't forget, at the end, when parents come, we have 2 things that we want to make sure that they take home with them. The top portion of that picture, what we see is the take-home page for parents. It just reminds them of what our Bible story is for the month, and also what our scripture memory verse is for our kids to memorize. And that verse is always done in sign language, and so we have that for the parents that they can know and take home and work on those things with their kiddos at home. And then the second thing that we always provide them is our snapshots, which is a short condensed book summary of a parenting book, trying to pull out the key components of a particular parenting book so that parents can see what type of information is in there, and if they're interested, purchase the book and even learn more. But it's part of our attempt to build and strengthen relationships with parents and let them know that we support them. And that's it. That's our classroom routine: fun, faith, and friendship. I appreciate everything that you do, and thank you for serving in our ministry.